Welcome to the TOROSIETE Museum of Contemporary Art. Today, we're inside of Chana Wiesenthal Elias' exhibition, The Distance from There to Here.
The distance from there to here begins with knowing something, or at least thinking that you know something. An imagined path, a mapped route. How do we measure the distance of years? This curated body of work is unified in its visual description and depiction of that measure, a compression and expression of time, and how it unfolds and expands while simultaneously doubling back and folding inward. Much of my work, and this exhibit in particular, Chana says, openly questions the notion of perception as it applies to self, identity, culture, ritual, memory, and the aesthetics of eroticism. It is these concepts that light up my brain and keep me engaged in the enterprise of living, creating, and recreating my sense of self daily.
Let's take an in-depth look of this work, Binah and Malchut, Between the Waters.
At its most obvious, the piece Binah and Malchut, Between the Waters, is about ritual, specifically about the Jewish custom of ritual immersion in a body of living waters, a mikveh. The square pool of water with steps ascending and descending is seen in the full lower half of this image. Water represents the form that existed before creation, and as such, is ascribed with transformative power by many belief systems, Judaism included. Water is a necessity for life and is also capable of extinguishing life when not held within boundaries. It is in this place where the water holds the key to life and death. When a woman or a man fully immerses in a mikveh, there is a spiritual reparation, a fixing and preparation for greater connective receptivity. According to Jewish tradition, this ritual immersion is concerned with the connection between the Kabbalistic energies of Binah, the understanding of and ability to analyze, and the Malchut, majesty or the most divine expression, animation we human beings are capable of in this earthly realm. These are the energies that Jewish tradition teaches separate the upper and lower worlds. In this paradigm, upper refers only to that which is closest, meaning most connected to the original source of creation, while lower refers to our physical world, as it is experienced, reeking as it is with disconnection and loss. Even here, the roots of our physical world infiltrate and bind us to the upper realms of ultimate giving and love. It is with this intention and recognition, then, that both attributes, Binah and Malchut, are intimately intertwined and form a vessel, a pathway, to permit the unending flow between the waters above and the waters below, between the worlds. Chana says of this work, "In this piece, my intent is to explore the symbolism of immersion as a ritual of connection and disconnection, a tool of change, a separation between that which is deemed pure and impure, and what that means in the context of culture, relationship to another, and to oneself. There is also an acknowledgement and surrender to the paradoxical relationship between these concepts of Binah and Malchut, a paradox that, when synergistically in balance, allows for divine flow of energies in both the vertical and horizontal planes, an ultimate fixing of viewpoint of perspective. As in much of the Western canon, the horizontal view is represented by the feminine and the vertical by the masculine. Both planes of axis are necessary to describe any sort of arc or spiraling. It is in the process of complete immersion in living waters that the physical being is transformed into a vessel capable of receiving the most intimate expression and integration of giving to another, an altruistic generosity. When understanding Chana's inspiration for her works, she says, "I often think of myself as a migrant, an immigrant, not to my country of birth, but to the world as it is. The process of living is that of navigating landscapes and landmines simultaneously, new recreations both inner and outer, the layers through which I sift. Writings, essays, poems, photographs, my own and those of others, loves, losses, sounds, touch, and sense can return me to a particular moment that exists despite the passing of decades. The striving is for integration. While I work with multiple layers of images, the goal is to create a visually cohesive expression of the ultimate surrender. It is in the layering, the weaving, and then the deconstruction and examination that I invite and challenge the viewer to sit with the conflicts and discomfort. What is this? Is it real or constructed? What seduced me and what am I avoiding? What do I make this all mean, and how does it make me feel?
See the complete exhibition of The Distance from There to Here by Chana Wiesenthal Elias in the TOROSIETE Museum of Contemporary Art. Shop for fine art chromogenic prints of the works from this exhibition in our museum gallery store.